Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Thanks, Jim.
Larry, the work at American Manganese never stops. What's really cooking around the office these days?
Well, this is probably the slowest week we've had, but it's been busy. And we were super busy before that, but with the holiday in there, with the uncertainty of the election results, with all the things that are happening out there, the market has slowed down. And companies that are announcing things today are seeing their stocks go down, even though they were good announcements. So it's a bit of a treacherous market out there, but whoever wins, I think anybody in the electric vehicle industry and recycling is included in that will benefit. And so that's the way we look. We look at the bright side, not the dark side. And that's up to the voters in the U.S. on who they bring in, and that's all I can say on that, is that I don't think that either way it's going to affect us much. But we're just going to continue on in the same vein we've had. Now, I've had a lot of queries about the timeline or something for the spin out. Well, timelines don't exist anymore. It's where you run into a road bump all along the way because of COVID, because of availability, of bureaucracy, those types of things that take the time. And I can tell you that we're working on the financials because we have to have a special general meeting to approve this. And we'll have our regular AGM at the same time. So that's the next step that will happen. And then we've got to get approval on what the split's going to be, what the spin-out's going to be, what ratio it's going to be in, and then we have to have approval by a judge on the spin-out. And, so all these things, these people are not easy to reach. We just have to keep trucking ahead. But otherwise, it's moving along smoothly. We got the 43-101 done. We're good ways through the audit, and then we're ready to go on to the next step. But for me to put out a timeline, it doesn't mean much. There's a lot of things that affect a timeline, and we've got them all. So we just have to keep trucking ahead. Now, when you're looking at the general market, we're seeing kind of a quasi up and down market that seems to not have a lot of direction, and so it's something we have to contend with. I think when the election results are over with, and that may take another few weeks, in my opinion, then we'll have to just go along with everything that's going on out there and just keep doing the best we can. And so next week, we're looking forward to making a few announcements, and I shouldn't say a few, one or two maybe, but the whole crux of the whole thing is that we're continuing to work, and I want people to realize that the other query I get daily is checking somebody else's press release on recycling batteries. Doesn't matter if they're big or small. They all say the same thing, that they're going to recycle batteries, and they're getting 80 to 90% recovery. They don't say that that includes the entire battery pack itself or whatever that is. They don't talk about what their metallurgical process is or what the recoveries are getting or anything like that. Is all I can tell you is ours is solid. We do get up close to 100% recoveries and purities, and that's hard to beat. And so it's I can't get myself too detracted on what everybody else is doing. We got to wonder what we're doing, and that's why we're moved into that next stage of morphology of the particle size, and we've bought that equipment, and as soon as we can, we'll have that up and running. Because we want to be ahead of the pack as far as has any ability to, encourage these battery manufacturers and EV car manufacturers that this is a route they should take, because we can give them a solid closed circuit service with nothing going back into the environment. So, and that seems to lose its opinion. We've made many announcements on our progress through the pilot plant right from the very beginning. We've probably made about 200 announcements on the results of the pilot plant. And so we try to keep everybody informed so that they feel solid with our solid platform and our solid technology that we use in this regard. It has been a very quiet week, so I don't have a lot more to talk about. Next week I expect things will start to return to normal a bit. A lot of people took extra long weekends with the Wednesday holiday, so a lot of people are not at their post. Traders are not trading, and we just have to wait this little squall out, and away we go.
Larry, Volvo announced that they've come up with a viable medium-range heavy-haul truck, 2 different models, good to 300 Ks, that are purely electric. Does that tell you the kind of trend that American Manganese is looking at?
Oh, that's a super trend. It's a lithium-ion battery that's in there. It'll eventually come into our hands. You read, where there's 8 million vehicles going to be on the road at the end of this year. And that's a lot of batteries stacked up. Certainly our going after the scraps is a low-hanging fruit. And so we welcome, whether it's trucks, long-haul trucks, locomotives, ships, boats, whatever, they'll all be using lithium-ion batteries sooner or later.
Larry, for people new to American Manganese, what's the company all about?
American Manganese is a critical metals company that developed a process for low grades of manganese in the U.S., and I'm talking 3% grades. We were comparable at the time of our pre-feasibility study with the costs in China. And so there's a lot of hope in that. We've done the deal with the DOD where we can start working on the stockpile and seeing if our process works and to what ability it has on that stockpile. And eventually I hope that the U.S. realizes that they have to have a production of manganese and, will assist us in getting something going on the Artillery Peak deposits. But the company has a website out there called AmericanManganeseInc.com. You can do all your due diligence on that. We have I have an email address, LREAUGH@AMYMN.com. You can contact me there. You can phone the office at 778-574-4444. Or you can, send us an email.
Larry, thank you so much for the update.
Thanks, Jim.
We've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on November 13th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.